Oh my God. So the Italian argument we had was right?
Yeah, 100%. You have Lazio, Roma, Juve, Inter, Milan, Napoli. Those are the giants. And Roma. I didn't even say Roma. Did
Parma
I?
were a giant when I was younger.
6.
1 sec.
No, but I'm saying like
1 sec.
2000s, yeah? Those are the European giants. Atalanta are there. And Atalanta got lucky because remember they came back from 3 goals down to
100% to beat Dortmund.
Or
But
something
Parma
like
were big. Parma were like...
Yeah,
Parma were
100%,
they were 1999. They were in the final with Inter Milan.
No, but I'm saying like recent years, those are the teams you'd think of.
100. Parma had Buffon. Did they have Cannavaro?
Yeah.
Fam.
Crespo?
Huh?
Crespo.
I'm already left. I'm not even here.
I know, 100%. Marks has got about 7 minutes. Veron was...
Man was danger. Man asked me if I'm all right. I was like, what? My brain's already got, like, my body's here, but I'm already gone there.
Man to the car.
What's going on, people? It is Poet here. Welcome to Extra Filthy. It is time for another episode of Prove Me Wrong. And Jad, or Good Hider, has something to say.
I believe that Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world. Prove me wrong.
This is the problem. If I throw it to the other table, I believe they might agree. Margs, Menace, what are you saying?
He's the guy still. And I like the fact that Paul calls me Lamine, so this just makes sense. I am him.
He's made it about himself.
Somehow. But no, Lamine's cold, man. He's cold.
This stage of his career, Messi weren't doing this.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
I don't know whether Messi weren't doing this. This guy is the coldest thing I've seen up to.
There's a list of players though.
For
He's
his
18.
For
He's
his
18.
trajectory, you get what I say? So it's hard to compare him to other people because they've lived out their whole careers. We've seen who Messi was, we've seen who Ronaldo is and all these kind of things, like Neymar, whatever. They've already done it. So it's hard to compare to that. But I'm saying from him debut, stepping onto a pitch, what he's done at Barcelona, what he's done at Spain.
Yeah.
I haven't seen nothing like this from anyone. He's the best. He's like the best. Like,
But I think you've got to put into consideration his age, because when you talk about someone younger, R9, when he was at Barca, I think it was 19 years old, 18 years old, he was doing more of a madness. He was scoring more goals.
I think if you want to put everything how it all looks, I think what Yamal done at the tournament at that age, R9 can't say.
No, but that's what I mean,
16,
as in like he was younger. So that's why you put age into context, because Ronaldo did it at Barca as well. However, Yamal's done it at a younger age. He did at 16. He basically won the Euros at 16. He was 17 when they lifted the trophy, but his birthday was 2 days before the final.
Crazy.
So he basically won it as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and he weren't like just there like Theo Walcott.
That's not a diss. That's not a diss. That's
I'm
not a
not
diss.
trying to diss
That's
no
not
one.
a diss. Paul was laughing.
He was a major. He was a major part of them winning that trophy, bro.
a crazy
Any
straight,
fullback
you know.
he bucked, he had them on skates.
Can any player from the Spanish league today be the best player in the world, though? No disrespect to Real Madrid, but I just think, because I think the Spanish league has dropped in quality, such as the Italian league. I think the English league probably is the best league in the world. So I'm thinking, wouldn't the best player in the world exist in the best league, or am I just thinking crazy?
Yeah, I think you're thinking crazy, because
Mbappe plays there.
Yeah, and he's considered one of the best players in the world as well.
Facts.
You're disagreeing?
With what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were agreeing with him. Yeah, but yeah, exactly, because as much as La Liga can like fall off, it's usually the teams around them. Barca and Madrid are always going to be, Atletico you throw in there as well, but they're always going to be at the top. So as long as you kind of play for a team like that, you can still, in my eyes, be considered one of the best in the world, especially because you do it in Europe as well. And Yamal's proven that, because he's done it in the Champions
I'm big on like eye test and stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So the Prem might be the best league. No, the Prem is the best league in the world. That's cool. The quality in the Liga probably dropped a little bit and stuff like that. But I watch Pedri play football. I don't care what's going on in the league. No one can't tell me nothing. He's one of the best footballers on the planet.
Yeah.
I don't care what league he's playing in. You get what I'm saying?
How about Kvaratskhelia? Because he's Georgian, so we'll never really know internationally what he could have done.
Rude
but
boy.
I do know when he was at Napoli, he was very integral to them winning the league. He leaves Napoli in January to go to PSG.
Integral
and I remember
to them winning
playing
the Champions
PSG first time in that was it last season before they had signed Kvaratskhelia. We battered them, easy, Egypt. Kvaratskhelia landing at PSG,
January.
I think, is a big part of why they go on to win the Champions League and why they go on to win the league the way they do. His impact is crazy. And I think he's injured now or he's just coming back. And you see PSG don't look the same. Is there an argument to say he is more of an impactful and better player than Lamine Yamal?
I rate him highly, but I
Okay.
don't rate him higher than Yamal.
Okay.
But I rate Dembele higher than Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, you think Dembele's better
As in,
than
like, if I was to argue who's the best player in the world, I'd probably put Dembele at the moment over Kvaratskhelia as an argument to Yamal.
Okay, fair enough.
If you ask me who I prefer, it's a different argument.
How about the German league? Do they propose any type of players?
110%.
Because I'm looking at Bayern Munich and there's one guy who doesn't even have a boot sponsor. There's one guy that was playing at Palace and all we spoke about was Eze and Mark Gay, but this time he's saying, I'm doing what I want. Michael Elise, I don't really see him have a bad game. That's me being honest. I watch a lot of Bayern Munich because it's on Sky, they love it. I don't see Michael Elise have a bad game. Is there an argument to say he potentially is probably one of the best players in the world? Goes to Bayern Munich. He's had, to me, I enjoy watching Bayern Munich when he's playing more than Harry Kane, for example.
Do you know why I know he's a bad boy? But you see, when I watched Dortmund Bayern Munich the other day,
Oh my God.
this guy, you know what he's capable of. You know what he's gonna do and stuff like that. He's like at this moment, he's like taking liberty. That's the biggest game in the season, yeah. I think they Dortmund done an error and he just tried to shoot from range, but didn't even care he missed. There was one point they crossed it in. He's trying to do a bicycle kick. I'm not saying he can't do it, but he's so much in his bag. He's just doing stuff that we ain't seen him do on top of what he's normally doing, and he's getting the numbers. And he's a bad man for Bayern Munich. Sorry. And you've got Harry Kane. And the start of the season, what Harry Kane was on, no other striker in the world was on what he was on. No,
Is he the best player in the world
He
then?
was on a joke in terms of numbers.
Haaland and Mbappe were like, all three of them had like the same amount of goals, like one off, or this is what at the start of the season. I remember it because they were both like race for the golden boot, like European golden
With
boot.
assists as well. Because we know what Kane's on.
Kane's on playing number 10 and number 9 in the same
Kane's
game.
centre mid at one. He's playing next to Kimmich.
If it's G, it's different. But when it came to goals, I remember like September times, it was literally Mbappe, Kane, and Haaland, and that was the argument, like who's going to finish on top. So
Bun that up. So, just to add context to Elise, he's played 23 games in the Bundesliga. He scored 10 and assisted 18.
that's insane. In 23 games.
I just get pissed off because like Elise's been cold from Palace. I don't like when these men leave the league. And when I watch other, I find it hard to watch other teams, other leagues, because they don't play with the same intensity. They don't do the same. Like there was certain, you can watch a seat like a break in the ball, or someone pick the ball up somewhere in the final third or whatever. If that's the Prem, they're gone. But in these other leagues, they don't. There's not that determination, that drive to just go for the goal and just make it happen. They might slow it down and come back inside and so there's just different stuff going on. So it's like you are doing mad things over there, but it's like I don't know if you are utilising your skills or testing you properly. Because really and truly, I want to see Elise in the Prem, United, City.
Yeah, I do hear where you're coming from.
Cooking and doing that. So then I could not say I could really judge him because, like we said, that you could be a top player in a different league and all that. But I just don't feel like I'm getting the best. Being selfish as well.
But he was cooking at Palace though.
He was insane at Palace.
They had done like a little Instagram clip where they were asking about Zaha, Eze and Elise and what player was the most enjoyable to watch at Palace. Literally nearly everybody said Zaha's the one that set the presidency for everything, but Elise was the best player they've ever seen at Palace.
This is not to take anything away from Elise. Like I think he's a baller, but like numbers like this, yeah, like I've kind of seen it before in the Bundesliga.
He's saying stat padding.
Not stat padding in a sense, but it's like the Bundesliga. I feel like if you play for Bayern Munich, this is what's gonna happen. Like they take that league for a joke now. And
Yeah, but then that's like you rating Dembele at PSG though.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't
the
even
same
make
thing
sense.
then.
No, I hear that. I agree as well. But that's why. But you asked me between. Like you didn't ask me. I'm saying Kvaratskhelia or Dembele. That's why I compared the two.
Oh, okay.
And I was putting them above that side. But I'm saying Dembele ended up winning the Champions League and won the Ballon d'Or.
And
Like, it's a
that's what I'm
different thing.
saying. So when man gas up, well, I can only speak for myself anyway. When I gas up like Dembele and Kvaratskhelia and stuff like that, it's never about what they do week in, week out in the league, really. I might see like a little clip of an
individual.
amazing goal and you gas it up and it's like, okay, yeah, cool, that's dope. But more time, it's coming from Champions League football. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, they're in these different leagues, but these men are badding it up in the Champions
When it
League.
really matters.
When it matters, you get me, against all the top talent in the world.
But that's what I'm saying about the Bundesliga. It's like difficult because, like I said, like I've seen it with players before. But obviously, like you mentioned, he's done it in the Prem. He's already done it in the Prem. So that's not to say that he's only doing it in the Bundesliga. But I've seen Mkhitaryan bad up that league. Like I'm pretty sure he got 32 assists in one season.
How about Haaland? Haaland just loves to score. Okay, maybe as of recent for City, he hasn't been that great. His numbers in the last, I think, 11, 12 games is 1 goal from open play, which stinks. But it's still Haaland. The guy still came to the Premier League and scored 36 goals. Like it's not even nothing. Won the treble.
Yeah.
top goal scorer the following season, ridiculous numbers as a striker overall. Why isn't he in an argument to say he's the best player in the world then?
You know what? I think with Haaland as well, yeah. Like he obviously hasn't scored in how many games? Or
I think it's one goal from open play in about
and
11.
He started off the season a bit crazy, but Haaland, it's more of, I feel like people speak about him sometimes like they speak about Salah. Like if Salah isn't getting a GA in a game, you don't really see Haaland, or he doesn't really perform that well. Like I hear that a lot. Whereas with the other players that we're arguing about,
More entertaining.
I think that's kind of what it is about. When you speak about Yamal, you're watching it and you're in awe of what he's doing.
Yeah,
on the football
100%.
Also,
pitch.
Haaland's never going to be the best player in the world. Haaland could hit 80 goals in a season. He's not going to be the best player in the world. He might be the best player right now. It's like being the purple patch. It's like being hot. It's like Jokerit. Like when he's getting all them goals like that. He's never going to be the best player in the world because other players exist. Like Mbappe exists, bro. Like you know what I'm trying to say? He could score goals at that clip and could also play football better than him. Do you
know why I
I
agree with you? Because the season where he won the treble, he absolutely smoked everyone
gonna say
and
that.
come second to Messi.
Yeah, because he's not.
And I don't.
But it's a
No,
World
I'm
Cup.
agreeing. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh my God.
He can't do. What else can he do? I don't understand what else he could do
But then
to
again,
be.
Messi won the World Cup.
Is
It's
that
actually,
enough,
if it's
though?
not Yamal, it is actually Mbappe. Actually, like genuinely, like the best footballer on the planet.
No,
like,
Pedri. I've watched Pedri and sometimes I think to myself, I watched Pedri this season against Newcastle. That's the game. Newcastle Pedri was absolutely
At
ridiculous.
Newcastle.
It was ridiculous. It was one of they won 2-0. I think Rashford scored 2.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Pedri run the game, and I think Guimaraes is playing. Someone I rate.
All
I can't
them
remember.
bullies.
Was Tonali playing? I think all of them were
Joe
playing.
Linton, all them bullies.
All of them were
should have been
playing,
there.
and they couldn't even get within 5 yards of Pedri.
Bro, I don't know if it was early this season or late last season. I think it was the Spanish Cup, Atletico versus Barca. The absolute clinic Pedri put on. I haven't seen nothing like it. It's probably one of the best performances I've watched a man play football in maybe in the decade or something, bro. Like
He's
just
unreal.
like he is unreal.
You know his performance in the semi-final against. This is what I mean about that game against Inter where they got knocked out in the Champions League. You see the performance Pedri and
He was
Yamal
crazy.
and Yamal.
Yamal was going mad.
Both of them in that game were unreal, bro. Like Pedri for me is kind of. No, this is gonna sound mad. For
Let's
me,
say it.
he's a. You know how
Bruno.
what they say? No. What they when they compare Xavi and Iniesta.
He's a blender, both of them.
This is what I was gonna say. He's taken a mixture of their like abilities in a sense. Not to say he's better than them, but like he can do what the other one
He's
lacked.
different. He could
Do
be.
you know what I'm saying?
He could be. He's not the best. He can't be the best because Mbappe exists, but he could. He's in the conversation.
But I like enjoying watching him the same way I enjoy Vitinha. I think Vitinha is
He's up there as well.
Vitinha's a
class.
top boy though. Like a
Top boy.
top boy.
And I want to know why these players that are able to orchestrate, dictate the pace of the game, these people that will, if they want the game to go slow, it goes slow. If they want it to go fast, it goes fast. Why isn't that the best player in the world?
Maybe.
I think obviously post Ronaldo and Messi has obviously been more of a conversation of a broader sort of gap of players that are the best and stuff like that. But I think personally, GA kills them, which shouldn't be the case. I think if you look at the centre mids and stuff like that, they are great players. Pedri, Vitinha, they're all great players. They're up there. But I just think when it's time for the Ballon d'Or, the sort of conversation of who's the best in the world, bar Rodri, which for me weren't.
It was a disgrace giving him that. But
That's what I'm saying. Bar Rodri,
It
which was
was.
arguable.
it was a disgrace.
It hasn't. Modric obviously won it that season as well. But that. Then
No,
from
but
there,
you need a
what?
performance like that. That's like Modric kind of had it in his favor because
Croatia as well.
Croatia
going to
as
the
well.
final.
So Spain, it's more of like you're not really dragging your team far because you've got other players around you. Obviously, Modric does as well. Not to disrespect Croatia's team, but it's kind of seen as like a weaker side than Spain. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's more of a bigger achievement if you take them further in the final. That's why I think Modric kind of was. His PR that year was a bit more. But Pedri would probably have to just win a lot of silverware and be the main man in one of them because other than that, Yamal's just going to win it.
Pedri couldn't win in that Barca team. Yamal and Rafinha are going to be cooking. If the team's successful, for him to win the individual trophies that he needs to win, that means Yamal and Rafinha went off. And if them men are going off scoring goals, Pedri ain't getting a look in. It don't matter how good he is.
And because Spain, whatever he does for Spain, Yamal does it for Spain. So if Pedri wins for Spain, Yamal's won it. Do you get what I mean?
That's what I mean.
So he's in
unfair.
trouble.
But they said this about Pedri, that he was a very injury prone as well.
That's because they made him play 80
But that's
games
what I was
one
gonna say,
season, bro.
Because of that season, he became a
The
meme.
bro nearly played 100 games in one calendar year,
And it was
bro.
around
They
the time where
killed him.
Wasn't wasn't it off the back of, because I think the Premier League and everybody had to catch up with games because of COVID, so they started stacking games in small. So then a lot of them Barcelona players, because they had no money, they couldn't sign anyone anyway. They were just playing bare youths, bro.
They had a picture of Pedri in a Spanish top. The guy looked like he was in 1940, bro. The guy looked drained, no moisturizer on his, nothing. He looked dead, like a zombie.
That's more reason for us to say he should be up there in terms of being player of the year, because he's got the battle scars to prove. Because to be that young, 20 years old, and to be that integral to Barcelona is wild.
Oh, when he did it, he was like 18.
That's wild.
When he was doing it, he was 18, right? Yeah, so, he's insane. But then again, you use the argument for Yamal, because he's been doing it since he was 16.
So Lamine Yamal in La Liga hasn't even got 100 games for Barcelona as of yet. He's a 90 plus, but he still has 20. He has 27 goals and
5 assists, 32.
I think that's pretty good, considering the fact that a lot of these appearances, thinking about it, from 15 to 18, at the start are going to be sub appearances. They're going to be sub appearances, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. He's still getting warm to the league. On top of that, his body frame is of a kid and he's playing with men. So to be 16 years old, playing in the Euros, doing what you're doing, when I actually think about it and deep it, you haven't even hit maturity, puberty yet. This is mad. You're playing against fully grown, developed individuals and you're taking them for monkeys, bro.
Yeah.
Loons, welcome. So we were talking about Lamine Yamal being the best player in the world. We went through Kvaratskhelia. We spoke about Mbappe, Elise. But there's one player that I know you've been rating for time.
Mm-hmm. Desiree Doué. I won't say he's the best in the world, though.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's difficult to not say.
But you think he's better than Yamal?
Yeah,
no?
I was going to say, because you put him on the same level.
I said they're going to be, those are going to be, that's the next two.
Ronaldo, Messi.
Yeah, but I think I could see, I think the Doué's, I think there's a bit more. You get me? I can see Lamine and just think the social media and all that.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you? Because you say
the hat trick was good though.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So when you say social media, what does that mean? Because from social media, what I see is what he's doing on the pitch. So it's not social media; it's just what he's doing on the pitch.
Even that's just a bit of a lazy view for myself. But like, even like Doué, I'll be honest, it is true. Doué's doing up, multiple positions. Like, Dembele, they were 2-0 down against Monaco.
Oh my God, he comes off the bench and goes mad.
Dembele comes off, the best Ballon d'Or winner. Doué changes the game, bro.
Completely.
Facts, and he does this. He's got 2 goals in the Champions League final and an assist. He does it big. He's a big game player. Massive game player.
At 16 years old, do you think you have the right to be playing in the Euros and embarrassing grown men? Even the final. The ball he plays to, I think it was Nico Williams when he
the cutting, yeah.
16 years old,
No,
just turned 17.
Absolutely. But I just think that it's like Elise. At the moment, it's like in the position, Elise is the best in the world in that position right now, just for...
Oh, so you think Elise is the best in the world?
In that position on the right.
Who's the best player in the world then?
Mbappe.
Oh.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
But what? Okay, so what's your argument for Elise being above Yamal then?
It's just been consistent, just non-stop. Even, it's just been non-stop. Even like Lamine's had a little dips. And his age allows him to have them dips, innit?
But when you say little dips, he's 18 years old. He's made his debut at 15, so he's been here for 3 years.
His age will
or
always
2.5 years, really. And he's won what? How many La Ligas?
2.
European trophy. Like at 18 years old, that's too much. that's arguably too much. And then
you're not a backup player. You're the main.
You're the main guy.
Well. Yeah, you're not.
It's ridiculous.
It happens in history, innit? It happens. But when you do the math on the players that it has happened, 90% of the time they don't have longevity. So that's what I'm. I'm looking at that very much so. And Desiree Doué is turning up now. At the right age, he turned up at 16.
Who?
Lamine. Unless
and
you're
still
built, I know, of course, but unless you're built like Wayne Rooney, like we're gonna be, what's the
animal?
Word? Yeah, you're an animal. You're durable. You're durable. How many kicks has Lamine got in him? Do you know what I mean? It's gonna.
That's a good point. He's gonna have the Neymar problem.
The argument that you mentioned with Elise with consistency, like I agree with it, but at the same time, like with Yamal, his dips are because he's not doing the craziness that you see every now and then. It's true though, bro. Like I watch Barca and he'll have a good game, but because he's not done a crazy goal, or just like Villarreal, what he's done against Villarreal, when people don't see that often, because they expect it nearly every game.
That's why they tune in.
Do you know what I'm saying? So when they don't see that, it's a dip in form.
That's why I used to happen Neymar, bro.
but
I watched
literally just
Neymar
gonna say.
every week. And when people used to get on Neymar, I used to be like, but the things you want to see from him,
Yeah.
if you don't see that, you know everything else he does is better than your favorite player.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's true.
he'll win free
Neymar did it
kicks.
every game, every
Every
single game.
game.
And that's why I love Neymar and I rate him highly, but he also got the GA in that sense, like the goals and the assists. But Yamal's lacking that, but at the same time, it's a dumb argument because I'm going to contradict myself, but as an 18-year-old, you're still sharing the goals. Lewandowski got Rafinha, who I think scored a lot more goals. I think he got like 40 goals that season. So in 22 games this season, he's got 13 goals and 10 assists. So
And
his
this
GA
comes
is
from a
really
man
matching.
that don't care about GAs. He don't care. He's come out and said, I love football because I like to enjoy playing football. And that's what I think. I think if Lamine Yamal becomes the best player in the world, we're gearing back to football we love. I think as long as football is all about GA, it won't be the game that we love. When an attacking player is able to win Ballon d'Or and they haven't got the most goals or the most assists, it's just their contributions to the team that they make, I'll be so happy. And
And
Lamine
the
Yamal
argument-
might do that.
The argument is Ronaldinho, because people argue that obviously back then I think they didn't do it. I think they did it calendar year or they did it differently.
What do you mean?
The Ballon d'Or, like it wasn't the it was like
Season.
the season instead of a year. Like I don't know how to explain it, but when
January
Dino,
to January.
yeah, something like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now they do it from that whatever they do. But the argument for Ronaldinho is when he won the Ballon d'Or, like he barely got any goals or assists that season.
He got it for like winning games and
Yeah.
like
But
you
also
know the pass
entertaining.
before the
Entertaining.
pass, yeah.
Entertaining.
But back then in football, the pass before the assist was so appreciated. Do you know what I'm saying? Innit? The assist was cool, innit? And the goal obviously wins the game, innit? But you used to see like that's why you had players Lothar Matthäus McCoy in old school and you know what I'm saying? Brian Robson. David Platt, it's the pass before the assist.
Well, it's Iniesta basically, isn't
yeah,
it?
Modric. That's this. You know what I'm saying? These players, they're not high in the assists, and
It's
even
not about
Zizou.
that. It's not about that. I even remember watching England-Argentina 06
No one cares
when they
about
won
that.
3-2. Yo, Egypt. Riquelme was man of the match. He lost. He lost the game. And he was...
That can't happen now.
That can't happen now. And I've got that's what upsets me because Riquelme bossed the game. Ledley King, I spoke to Ledley King, he said, Poet, I couldn't get in within 5 yards of this man. They thought Ledley King was going to be the DM. Sorry, Ledley, you play for Spurs. But the question is, have we proved anybody wrong?
Well, he doesn't believe that.
He
Yamal's the
doesn't
best in the
agree.
world,
He
so-
agrees Mbappe is the best in the world. Menace, at the end of this, how you do you believe that Lamine Yamal is the best player in
Yeah,
the
he's
world?
the coldest.
Still
Lamar's
the best player in the world.
Lamine Yamal's the coldest for me.
Jad, are you stuck in it or has... And you know what? I can't lie. Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world for me as well. The question is, what do you think at home? You're probably going to abuse us. Go for it, man. I don't give a damn anyway. Leave a comment. Let us know who you think the best player in the world is because we genuinely care. Do you agree with a man like Loons who says Mbappe or do you agree with Margs who says Bruno Fernandes? Yes, some people are crazy.
he didn't
Let
say
us-
that, man.
No, let us know your top 5 as well, because I want to know who's in their top 5.
Yeah, message Jad personally. All right, take care, people.